here we are. It's the end of the week. We're getting ready for Survivor Series.
Get closer.
We got one more show. It's Friday Night Smackdown. And we're going to review it in a segment we call the Smackdown Rundown. I'm sorry, I'm just not in the mood.
Yes, it is the end of the week. Smackdown Rundown, our final weekly show. We're getting ready for probably well, I guess it's the last big show of the year for WWE. It's like their
Last of the big four.
last of the big four. One of the more popular ones. People will enjoy the Survivor Series. We don't have a lot of Survivor Series matches set up, but some interesting matches set up. Speaking of, we have the big match coming up. We've got the Team Cena versus Team Authority. We opened up with Rusev versus Dolph Ziggler. This is after we get, Triple H is talking to Michael Cole, talking about how talks about how he's pretty much a survivor as far as wrestling goes, because he's part of that elite group where you've got The Undertaker, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, The Rock, and he's the only one that's still there.
Yeah.
So, really putting over the fact that, despite all of the, the talk about how, the Authority could be out of power, it's not going to happen because the Authority always wins. And he's going to prove that by destroying Dolph Ziggler again in this match. And we kind of knew it was going to be that way because Rusev is a big dude.
Well, I mean, let's face it. Ziggler has kind of been getting repeatedly beat on by the Authority for the last 2.5 weeks.
He's been a whipping boy.
To the point where, when he comes out, he's already not at 100%.
Yeah.
He's not starting this match fresh.
Not at all.
Because on Raw, he lost to Luke Harper, but it wasn't like he just had a match against Luke Harper. He got the boots put to him by Mercury and Noble first, and got smacked in the head with the briefcase.
Yeah.
So, and then he got beat up by Luke Harper.
Yeah.
So
and then was in the big brawl at the end of Raw, and so it was on kind of a little... he was standing tall for a second, but then he runs into this monster, Rusev.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, he becomes the whipping boy again. Rusev beats him with a huge super kick.
Yeah.
Just kicks him right in the freaking face. He doesn't stop there after the match. He, really puts the boots to him, puts him in the accolade, really just hammering away the fact that Team Authority is going to be victorious this Sunday at Survivor Series. Then we get Kane talking to Cesaro, saying the support that you've shown to the Authority. We appreciate, Cesaro talks about his little swerve on Monday when, Cena totally thought I was going to be on his team, and, remember that part, it's great. Kane asks Cesaro to slaughter the lamb that is Eric Rowan.
Yeah, Ken's like, yeah, that was great. But you know what else would be great? Go beat up another guy from Team Cena.
Yeah, the big-ish bald guy.
Yeah. And Cesaro would say, yeah, I'll do that. Long live the Authority. Cesaro out.
Cesaro out. I feel like he's trying to be like a G.I. Joe character. Or no, you said he was a secret agent.
Yes, sounds like a secret agent. Very Hail Hydra. In the way that it's long live the Authority. And then very Ryan Seacrest. Was Seacrest out.
Is that a Seacrest thing?
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to that shit.
I'm stuffing things into this bottle.
Yeah, don't pay attention. But up next we have Los Matadores taking on the Moneymakers. We had the Usos and the Tag Team Champions Dust to Dust out at ringside on commentary. This was a great match for just overall fun. Because, the Matadors are messing with the Moneymakers. Damien Mizdow's out there doing his thing that we all enjoy. It really all came to a head when the Usos threw Miz into, or the
Matadors
threw Miz into the Usos.
And then Sandow launched himself
into the Moneymakers. Or into the, I'm getting this wrong, into Dust to Dust.
You were just all over the place in this match.
Well, there's all these teams, and they had 2 matches earlier in the week. I'm all confused. But yeah, this would just, create all-out chaos. But Miz ends up getting tossed back in the ring. So the finish would come, Diego would win with a crossbody on the Miz, which threw me off because...
Like a little springboard crossbody.
Yeah. You don't usually see crossbodies winning matches very often. Especially with the Matadors have some great momentum going into Sunday. So Survivor Series could be a time for the Matadors. I don't necessarily think they are. But we'll save that for Survivor Series picks. Matadors have gotten a couple wins, and they're looking pretty strong. We got the Dean Ambrose Survival Kit, which...
wasn't a kit of anything at all.
It was his body. It was his elbows, his knees, his fists, his teeth.
I was really hoping he was going to bring in the car from Knight Rider. So the car's name is Kit.
I know. Kevin Hawk, everybody. But this would be interrupted by a jail cell promo by Bray Wyatt. Pretty much using the cell.
And that's not like some sort of weird business term for a promo.
No, he was literally
in a jail cell.
Using it as a visual or a reminder that not only is Dean Ambrose's father in prison, which is something that Dean Ambrose has dealt with for his entire life, but also Dean Ambrose himself is a prison for him. He's locked inside of himself, and that because he can't break free of that.
There's some crazy witch hands going on.
I know. It's a Bray Wyatt thing. He talks a lot with his hands. If Dean Ambrose can't break out of that, that enclosure that is himself, if he can't break out of himself, he has no chance at surviving at Survivor Series. So, does Bray Wyatt have Dean Ambrose's number going? Does he know how Dean Ambrose ticks, or does Dean Ambrose have the upper hand by Bray Wyatt not really understanding what he's getting himself into? I like this promo a lot. I like this particular promo was probably one of the better ones that they've done.
There was some good symbology.
No, the word you're looking for is symbolism. Symbolism. All right. Moving on, we had Brie and Nikki come out. Brie was getting ready for a match against, we thought it was AJ Lee. Turned out to be AJ Bella.
This was AJ dressed as Nikki Bella.
This was hilarious. Her boobs were padded. Her ass was padded.
This time I looked at AJ's ass and went, damn. You can fit a baby sloth behind that.
She tried to do the Nikki Bella, little booty shake.
Hip swivel.
Funny as hell.
She looked like a horse trying to count.
She ended up, hitting Brie with every... Brie had her in a go-behind, and she, powered out with her padded ass, and she, beat her with the... I don't even know what that is. The fucking little...
One of the boob enhancers.
Yeah, whatever that was.
She had a silicone boob enhancer.
She beat her in the face with it, and I think she even, headbutted her own boob with her head. She just did all kinds of weird shit.
This is the stuff that AJ has always known she'd never be able to pull off.
This is the one time she could do it. She ends up getting the win when Nikki, for some ungodly reason...
Because Brie was already in control at this point.
Brie was winning at this point.
Nikki decides to get up on the apron to just further say, Finish the match.
Win it right now, Bree. And it distracts Bree, and AJ gets the roll up.
She pushes Bree into Nikki.
Yeah. Then gets the roll up with the
AJ roll up.
Yeah, the AJ roll up, which is one Mania match. And so we get another
AJ Bella wins, announced as AJ Bella.
Yes.
And a little dissension between the sisters.
As usual, because, Brie being the Cinderella. She's not exactly the favorite.
There's a heck of a melodrama going on. Play on the word melodrama.
We had it wasn't what Triple H or Kane wanted it to be. It was the attempted slaughter of Eric Rowan. Cesaro tried.
Valiant effort.
But seeing as how Cesaro's been on his losing streak, he loses to Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan with his pump handle backbreaker, and then getting Cesaro to tap out to the torture rack.
Yeah, I thought torture rack was an interesting choice for Rowan.
Definitely wouldn't have been my first guess at what Rowan would have used. But it worked. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
He's got kind of it's a Lenny from Of Mice and Men kind of thing going on, where he's not the smartest, but he's got that strength that he uses to his advantage. We had Luke Harper come out, and we kind of teased a Wyatt family clash.
He walked around the ring, walked up the far stairs, and then jumped down, and then he walked up the closer stairs.
Yeah.
And then he decided again that he wasn't going to go to the ring.
Yeah. So ultimately, Luke Harper just kind of walks away. Eric Rowan gets the victory. We come back from a commercial, and we have Team Cena all in the back talking. Everyone but Cena, actually.
Yeah.
Talking with Renee Young.
Cutting a promo, as they call it.
All giving kind of their final words in, because we got a big tag team match coming up for the main event. But we get everyone kind of says their piece, and then Renee goes, Eric, do you have anything to say? And he lifts up the mask. He's been working on a Rubik's Cube the whole time, by the way.
I'm not sure what the Rubik's Cube fixation is, but
it's stimulating his mind. It's making him smarter.
Oh.
That's scary. But he just says simply, freedom. We have team freedom.
And all the other guys seem to enjoy it.
Yeah. And then they all do like a fist in thing.
They all put their fists in Eric Rowan?
No. They all put their fists in together, like shield, like a shield.
They made a shield out of their fists.
Maybe. There's some big fists. You probably couldn't get through it very easy.
They did a thing.
Apparently he doesn't remember. Showing the solidarity between...
Was it like one of those hands in? Ole.
No.
Not that you ever say ole after doing that. Freedom on 3. Freedom. No. Big rock, paper, scissors tournament. I got it. You couldn't hear it because it was in the headsets. They all had earpieces. Right? They were doing the hokey pokey. It's time to put the right hands in.
So we moved on to our main event, which was a big tag team match. We had Kane and...
Was it a main event already?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a short Smackdown.
Yeah.
Smackdown is only 20 minutes long.
We had Kane and Seth Rollins taking on the Big Show and...
Ribic. From the Chronicles of Ribic.
Chronicles of Ribic. Big Show and Ryback. The two big, bulky...
Team Giant Penis Men.
What?
Because they're bald. They look like big walking penises. It's true.
Anyway,
Dolph Ziggler,
Dolph Ziggler and
motherfuckers.
Eric Rowan were barred from ringside. They were not allowed
Shocker.
to be in the corner of Big Show and Ryback. We had, it was very in favor of...
John Cena was also barred, but he wasn't there, so they didn't feel like they had to say it.
Cena was a terrible captain.
All fucking week long.
Yeah, he didn't save...
Cena is the worst team captain in Survivor Series history at this point.
Which is why Dolph Ziggler...
With the exception of Big Show, who, in like 99, beat up his own team and then left them in the locker room to go win the match by himself.
He did... Never mind. I was going to try and save him, but he can't really save him. But no. So, we had a moment where Team Freedom, Team Ziggler, Team Cena, whatever you want to call them, were very much in control of the match. They
Fellowship
they
of the
did a
Cena.
spot where Ryback was ready to finish it. Like he was done. He was gonna make it end. And just as he was about to pick up Rollins for shell shock, Kane tries to get in. So Ryback comes up, knocks him down. He falls out. Rollins runs at him, and he launches Rollins over the top rope onto Kane. I feel like Kane was supposed to catch him, but Kane only caught his feet to his face, and then Rollins splat on the outside, which would bring the rest of Team Authority down, and they'd all be hanging out at ringside. The match in...
Like they do.
Yeah. The match in true Kane fashion ends in disqualification, because it always happens when Kane is in the match. It was just,
Especially tag team matches.
yes, and it was just all out decimation on Team Cena. That's all it was. They get in, they attack Big Show. Starts with
Ziggler and Rowan actually try and save them.
Yeah. Now the match is over. Ziggler and Rowan come out, but they don't have a chance. Triple H is just fired up. He's beating the crap out of everyone.
With a chair.
Yeah.
Triple H brings a chair into the ring.
Hits Ryback a few times. He's yelling in Ryback's face.
He hits Rowan a bunch with the chair.
Yeah. Finishes off with a...
He's going, I don't know why you're on this team.
It finished with him giving a huge pedigree to Ryback in the middle of the ring. Ryback taking an awesome pedigree.
Good for you, Ribic.
Straight up, no block in the hands. Of course, I'd trust Triple H. But yeah. Team Cena sends its captain, the fuck Cena, just completely destroyed on SmackDown. Not looking good for their chances going into Survivor Series on Sunday.
True dat, little boy.
So we'll have to wait and see what happens at Survivor Series. Big match of the balance beat.
And watch it on the network.
Yeah, it's free.
And I know by the time you guys see this, it'll probably already be over.
Yeah.
But go back and watch it again, because the network is still free for the rest of November.
It's a whole week.
Week of free network.
Yeah. And guess what?
It's so good it'll make you slap your grandma.
Think about this. Say you wanted to...
If you bought Survivor Series for more than, $49.99, $55, depending on your provider, punch yourself in the dick.
If you have one.
If you're a girl, hit yourself in the head with a toaster oven.
The full price of a pay-per-view is a 6-month subscription to the WWE Network.
Pretty much.
Give or take $5.
And give exactly $5.
Okay. Yeah, what he said. I mean, it's a no-brainer, and they're giving you a full month free. If you, watch it for the month of November, or, this last
The rest
week,
of November.
The rest of November. Watch it for a week and tell me that there's not enough on there for you to pay $10 a month. $10 a month, that's it. It's only $9.99.
So you're not even paying $10 a month. You're paying $9.99. Save those pennies.
For every...
And after the first 999 months, you get one free.
They're adding stuff all the time. If you're a WCW fan, you can watch every pay-per-view that ever happened, plus the first 50 episodes of Nitro. If you're an ECW fan, you can watch every pay-per-view that ever happened, and episodes of Hardcore TV, which is just episodes of ECW. And if you're a WWE fan, you can watch every pay-per-view that's ever happened, plus old episodes of Raw and SmackDown. You can get caught up on NXT and Main Event and Superstars each week. Why have you
Original programming.
Yeah.
Countdown. This week in WWE. Legends House.
Monday Night Wars.
That show I'm not going to say the name of. But if you have girlfriends, they might watch it.
They even have, I forgot the name of the show. It's the one,
Rivalries.
Rivalries.
Slam City.
Rivalries
For the
is the new one.
kids.
Yeah, Slam City's funny. They talk about the build-ups to huge WrestleMania matches.
WrestleMania Rewind.
Yeah, WrestleMania Rewind. I mean, that is all. You get to see the inside of how these matches came together and the inside workings and stuff. It's good stuff.
And a lot of WWE's documentary material.
Yeah, Road Warriors, CM Punk, Batista is on there, Triple H is on there, Mick Foley, I think.
Yeah, Dusty Rhodes, Brian Pillman, Kurt Hennig, both of the Hardy Boys individual thingies.
I think Rey Mysterio's on there now too.
Mysterio, Big Show, Jericho, Triple H, NWO, the Best of the Attitude Era Volume 1, the Top 50 Finishing Moves.
We just described
AWA.
We just described
World Class
full
Championship Wrestling.
At least $300 worth of merchandise that you don't have to buy. You can watch it anytime you want, on top of thousands of extra hours of stuff. It's a no-brainer.
I know this video is supposed to be about SmackDown, but Jesus Christ, folks. Get your shit together.
And get the WWE Network. But that is it for the Smackdown Rundown.
Which ends our conventional week of Wrestling Rundown. But we got one more video for you guys to watch.
Keep on watching because we've got our Survivor Series picks coming up pretty soon.
Thank you.
I am still waiting for a text message from Thomas Wolfe, hoping to have all of his...
I'm waiting too, but I'm pretty sure he's going to get it. Not me.
Hoping to get his predictions in.
Text me, Thomas. I know you're not going to see this till after you've texted us, but...
It's worth a shot. But yes, go back, watch the Raw review, our midweek wrap-up, our indie news, the results to Fantasy Warfare. You can rewatch the Smackdown Rundown if you want. But after you're done with that, get the WWE Network and watch Survivor Series. Because by the time you watch this, it's probably going to be over.
Because what? Because you have the network, you can watch Survivor Series right after it ends.
But be sure to tune in to Wrestling Rundown Edition 24 next week, where we've got all kinds of stuff coming up.
Normal stuff, Raw, midweek, SmackDown. But we're going to have the return of the Indie Question, November's edition, and Thomas's Top 5 November edition.
Yeah. We'll probably hit this again after Survivor Series once everything's wrapped up. But yeah, we got all kinds of stuff coming up for you next week. And all of our information is down in the description. Like, favorite, subscribe. Like us on all kinds of social media. And get into the discussion. This is where fans talk wrestling. This is the place where fans talk wrestling.
Wrestling talk.
For Thomas Wolfe, I'm Travis Colt.
And I'm Thomas Wolfe.
No, you're
Kevin Hawk.
And we'll see you next week.